Alright guys, so this is the ENO Housefly. Got it battened down. We're expecting a pretty bad storm coming through. It's been rumbling. The other troops are at a powwow. If you can hear that in the background. So it's all strung up and battened down. Alright, so I got these loops. Just going to tie it off to each knot that's in the strap, so the water doesn't flow down. It's got a break point and a drip point. Break and drip, break and drip, break and drip. And I can feel the wind picking up. So this is my guy line for my bug net, and I just have that excess tied off with a drip line on it as well. And here comes the wind. So we're going to test it, set up in our tent here. I haven't slept in the tent all week. I just use it as storage. So I got my Class A uniform, chair, cot, and cot. But these things are like friggin' hot boxes. And that hammock has been so nice and cool in the evenings. Yeah, it's definitely gonna come. Definitely getting rain out of this one. Alright, we'll just check back in when it's raining pretty good.
Alright guys, so I'm going to give you a rundown of what we're looking at here. It's the tail end of my hammock. My left foot. Right over there is my right foot. And my sleeping bag is between my legs, because last night I got cold. So it's starting to get a little bit chilly right now with this wind kicking up because of the storm. I'm going to arch my back, slide this up underneath me, and then cover my shoulders up underneath with my my blanket. I did not want to hang inside the underquilt, because it just makes your whole body warm, and it's, you know, going to bed at 80-degree weather. I'm just in shorts and t-shirt, so I'm plenty fine. But as you can see here, I got the mesh keeping the bugs out, and I just have a Rainfly, which I documented earlier how I have it set up, the housefly, and it seems to be holding really well. Those drip lines are obviously working. I'm under two pretty good trees with cover, so I'm not sure how wet the straps are getting up above, but it's not leaking down inside here. My shoes were dry when I took them off, and there's a dry patch under the tent, which I could see. It started raining before I went to bed, so the ground was soaking. It rained for about an hour before I got in here, so the ground was soaked outside, dry as a bone inside the fly area. So, alright guys, so the rain is picked up, the wind is picked up. I did manage to scooch the sleeping bag up underneath my back, so my back is nice and warm. Not sweaty warm, but nice and warm, and this cool breeze that's blowing into the tent is just, it was chilling my back pretty good. So, but yeah, the rain's picked up, the wind's picked up. I'm really happy with the performance of the system so far. Very happy. So, rather than look at my bug net, oh yeah, there's a little shelf on this thing. I don't know if you can see that pocket up there. That zippable pocket. This is literally a shelf. I'm gonna set my light in there. So there's the light sitting down in there. And there's the lip that it creates. You pull this back out, you can see. It just creates like a little lip ridge. And the zip put, you know, can only fit two things in there, and there's my phone's gonna go in there when I'm done recording this in my classes. And I just put my headlamp down between my legs, and I'll put my headphones on and just listen to waves, and hopefully it drowns out the thunder. I'll be in this, what's that, 6 nights? So 5 or 6. So a really good evaluation of the system and setup, and yeah, I'm really digging hammock camping. I don't think I'll ever sleep on the ground again, as long as I can find 2 trees. They're about, 10, 12 feet apart. Alright, I'm going to bed. Good night. Alright, so it's about 6:10, maybe 6:05, and I only got about 2 hours of sleep last night. Slept really good from about 4 to about 6 here. The rain finally let up. As you can see, there's my Rainfly just outside the netting. It's draped just perfectly. There's a Rainfly. Everything in here is nice and dry. My back is dry. Sorry about that, I just dropped you, but I dropped you on dry soil. Pour it all night long. Dry as a bone under here. Dry as a bone. Those are leaves, not water drops. You can see the water line. And this fly, I just pitched up on the front. They had some bamboo poles for the boys to do some handicraft with. And I took one and cut it in half. There's one half the pole, notch the top so that the tarp sits in that notch. The same on this side, and it's got a little bit of a pitch to it, just enough to shed water. But I can sit in here and swing and just barely brush up against this back side here, which is still pitched like an A-frame.
Alright, so it's 10 o'clock last night, and you should be able to make that out on video. Get my shadow out of the way here. That is dry ground underneath my Rainfly. It is bone dry under there. Hopefully you can make that out. The wet area versus the dry area. Right in the corner there. So I'll go over my setup in further detail in the future, but this worked really, really well. I'm very, very pleased with it. And you can see it's dry versus wet. Just under the awning. These little drip lines worked pretty well. I'll probably have to fashion something different next time. Just because this was just a quick rigging. I needed a ridge line for my net, and I wanted to run the ridge line through and out where the hammock draws through. So I needed some quick way of attaching it to the tree and detaching it from the tree. So I just used the quick beaner. These are rated for 200 pounds, so I'm not worried about this at all. This is literally just holding the fly up. So you can get cheapy beaners. But these can actually go on what the hammock comes with, which is a 200 pound rated quick clip beaner. So these hammocks are rated for 400 pounds just based on the beaners alone. The straps will hold much more weight than that. You could pick a couple car engines up with these things. But that's it. This thing, it's a torrential downpour today. I'll roll in some footage of some of the rain. But easily for about 45 minutes just pouring. We have huge puddles. In fact, there's one right here outside. When I was pitching this, I was kind of concerned about this low spot, but it worked out well. There's a bunch of swampy area right in here. But it's the last night. Unfortunately, I got to break camp in the rain. It's going to be sprinkling all night. Potential for rain first thing in the morning too. So, but as you can see, bone dry inside there. It's dirt, not mud, and this is mud, not dirt. So, worked out very, very well. Love the housefly. Been camping in it for a whole week. Worked out really, really, really well. I'm very pleased with it. Unfortunately, I didn't have very good tree selection. This is my only good pitch between two trees. That's the latrine. Luckily, there hasn't been very good wind, and when it has, it's been going from the left to the right, so I haven't had to deal with the smell of the latrine. But other than that, I mean, this has worked out really, really well. Almost the perfect distance between these two trees, and got a nice slope. Everything worked out beautifully. So it rained twice. This is the second night that it rained, and I've got footage that I fed in earlier of the first night that it rained. Alright guys, yet another reason not to sleep in a tent. A ground tent wouldn't have this issue, but this is an open flap, a Boy Scout tent city type tent. Those are little slugs. They're either slugs or leeches. I'm pretty sure they're slugs, not leeches, but they crawl up from the ground because you've got ground exposure down here, right? But you are on a platform, so. But these guys are actually crawling up. Not an issue for me in the hammock. Yeah, no, I don't want these things crawling up and falling on me when I'm sleeping because the cot is right here. So, thanks but no thanks. I will hammock camp any day of the week over any of this. Look, that's a little roly-poly. Have fun with that falling in your face. 2 o'clock in the morning. No thanks. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Take care.